Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to show you how to set up registration in your Canvas Zoom meetings. So for the first step, you're going to go into your course, click on Zoom in the left course navigation, and in the upper right corner select Schedule a New Meeting. Give your topic for your meeting a meaningful title. And in this case, I'm going to give my students 10 points if they attend this meeting. The description is optional. And next, I will select the date and time. So this is going to be today. So I'll just leave it today at 3. Duration is not important, but this will give your students an idea of how long the actual meeting is going to take. So you can put a number in here, but it's for informational purposes. Doesn't affect the actual meeting. And right here is the option we definitely want to check, which is registration required. And the reason I'm checking this is to make sure my students give me their first and last name when they join the Zoom meeting. Because in Zoom, sometimes they have strange names that don't match their names in the class. So I want to give them points. I have to know who they are. That's why I'm enabling the registration. And then you can adjust these preferences how you like them. I like to leave everything on the default. Some teachers don't like the waiting room enabled. That's an extra step for you to let them in if you have that selected, but I like to have the waiting room personally. And then you have other settings here as well. But for now, that's good. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and click Save. And then that's all I have to do until the students are ready, until the day and time of the event. You can see here, it's got the registration requirement. And here is the registration URL. But I'm not even going to tell my students. I'm just going to tell them they have to join the Zoom. And when they click on that, they'll then be prompted to register. So I am going to pretend that it is the day of the meeting. So as the teacher, I go to Zoom in Canvas and I click on Start to start the meeting. It's going to launch my Zoom. There I am. All right, so I'm going to minimize this for now. So I'm in my Zoom as the teacher. Now we'll look at it from the student perspective. So the student is going to click on my course, click on Zoom, and the students have a join button instead of a start button. And it automatically directs them to this registration page. So this prompts the student to put in their name and an email address. And the email address doesn't have to be their student email. It can be any email, so even their private email address will work. And then they just click on Register and Join, and that will launch the Zoom application on their device. I'm not going to do that here. Instead, I'll go back to the teacher view. So let's say the student has joined, because they can only join once they register. We hold the meeting, end the meeting. And now that the meeting's over, I want to check attendance. And this is actually a step you can do right before or even during the meeting or at the end of the meeting. If you want to take attendance during the meeting, you can actually go to your Zoom account, which is going to be at laccd.zoom.us, and you can sign in, and as long as you have Canvas open on the one of the tabs, it'll automatically sign you in. You can click on the meeting and click on registration. Then select View on the right. And here is where you'll see that list of students who have registered. And you can use this list to take attendance or to give out points. I can see that my student has registered in this way. And now that I've seen that list, I can go back into Canvas and actually have an assignment that I have set up to award those 10 points. And I just called it History Discussion. And you can see I selected the submission option to say nothing because, again, I know they don't have to submit anything. They just have to register and show up for that Zoom meeting. So I just look at that. I click on SpeedGrader and I can award the points. So this student didn't show up. They got a 0, but this student, I've already given them a 10 out of 10, but this is kind of how I like to award the points. I make an assignment, 0 submission, no submission, make it worth however many points, and this is how you can award points for a student showing up to a Zoom meeting if they've registered. So if you turn on that registration, that's the secret to get their information, as in their name, and make sure you tell your students use the same name that is in the Canvas system. That's it. Thanks for watching.